Do we have Dr. Shah on the line?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you. Go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. So please go ahead.
Thank you for this opportunity to speak today on behalf of Sanofi and our partner Novavax. My name is Dr. Katie Scharf. I am a medical director for Sanofi and a practicing infectious disease physician. During the pandemic, I was at the front lines as an infectious disease physician treating patients with COVID-19. Additionally, I provided clinical oversight for the state of Oregon's COVID-19 mass vaccination site, which administered over 500,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines. Nuvaxovid, COVID-19 vaccine adjuvanted, is a recombinant protein COVID-19 vaccine, which is based on a well-established technology platform. It is the only non-mRNA protein-based vaccine available in the United States, providing Americans an important tool to protect themselves against COVID and ensure that they have choice in doing so. In May, the FDA fully licensed Nuvaxovid based on pivotal phase 3 clinical trial data that showed Nuvaxovid was safe and effective for the prevention of COVID-19. The product is indicated for adults 65 years and older and individuals ages 12 through 64 at higher risk for severe outcomes from COVID-19. The vaccine has also been fully approved by other regulatory authorities around the globe, including the European Medicines Agency. The ongoing safety and effectiveness of Nuvaxovid is our utmost priority. We continue to generate and share clinical and real-world evidence to support the ongoing use of Nuvaxovid. This data is shared with the scientific community, regulatory authorities, and the public in a variety of forums. We have substantial post-marketing safety experience with Nuvaxovid, with a database that includes over 5 million doses administered globally. There were no new safety signals identified for the 2023-24 or 2024-25 formula of Nuvaxovid. As with all our products, we continue to monitor and report to regulatory authorities any new or existing safety signals. Starting this fall, Sanofi is responsible for the commercialization of Nuvaxovid. The product has a 6-month shelf life and has already begun shipping to healthcare providers and local retailers in the United States. Sanofi looks forward to expanding awareness and access to Nuvaxovid to allow eligible individuals the availability of the nation's only protein-based, non-mRNA COVID-19 vaccine this fall. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today.
Thank you so much. And Dr. Sedia Moderna, please.
Hello, checking that you can hear me.
We can hear you, thank you.
Excellent, thank you. Well, thank you for the opportunity to speak. I'm Dr. Vishal Ruskala at Moderna Medical Affairs. The COVID-19 pandemic was an unprecedented challenge. Moderna partnered with the US government through Operation Warp Speed to deliver one of the first authorized vaccines. Since then, we have worked with health authorities worldwide to ensure timely access to updated vaccines as variants emerge. Real-world evaluations in millions of US recipients showed that updated vaccination provides additional protection, especially for adults 65 years and older and those with risk factors at increased risk of serious outcomes. Those findings were confirmed this past winter by CDC and by governments including Canada, the UK, and across Europe. We monitor safety through clinical trials, post-authorization studies, and global pharmacovigilance. We review every safety signal that comes to our attention. Our product labels across 90 countries reflect all signals that have been verified. FDA and health authorities, including Canada, UK, Europe, have recently approved the updated 25-26 booster, concluding benefits exceed risks for those 65 and older and those younger with risk factors. Individual benefit risk has been clearly established by the competent health authorities. We note that one of today's presentations includes assertions not aligned with the broader scientific evidence. Some conclusions extend beyond what reference studies support or contradicted by careful reading. Others appear based on isolated case reports that are presented without relevant clinical context or omit a larger body of published evidence to the contrary. Claims of long-term persistence of vaccine-derived spike or mRNA are refuted by well-controlled biodistribution studies conducted to regulatory standards globally, using licensed product and shared with FDA showing no evidence of long-term persistence. The cited studies cannot distinguish spike from viral infection from that of vaccination. One even reports higher spike levels in unvaccinated controls. Residual DNA is also mischaracterized. This is a tightly regulated quality attribute across vaccines and medicines using assays validated to FDA standards. Every lot is tested by Moderna and independently reviewed by FDA prior to release. FDA has stated that animal studies and extensive real-world monitoring after more than 1 billion doses show no sign of genotoxicity. The German health authority has noted that the non-validated methods described in reference studies overestimate DNA by counting RNA as DNA. Our commitment is straightforward: transparency and rigorous assessment of the totality of evidence. We will continue publishing data using validated methods, and we will work with regulators to examine any potential safety signal. Your decision today is important to preserve choice and accessibility of FDA-approved effective vaccines. Americans should have the right to choose protection if they wish. The weight of evidence supports maintaining that access. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I think I have to correct myself. I believe that was Dr. Riscala and not Dr. Sedya, as I said. So apologies for that. The next one we have Dr. Paul Ballmer, and I think the name will show differently, but I believe it's Dr. Ballmer that will be speaking for Pfizer.
Hi, can I do a sound check? Can you hear me?
We can hear you very well. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Dr. Paul Ballmer, and I'm the US Vaccines Medical Affairs Lead at Pfizer. On behalf of our teams at Pfizer and BioNTech, thank you for the presentations today. I also thank the other manufacturers for the statements that were made, and I will not be repeating any of the comments from those statements. I also want to thank the committee for the opportunity to make this statement. COVID-19 has transitioned from a pandemic to an endemic disease. Even so, COVID-19 disease still hospitalizes hundreds of thousands of Americans and is responsible for the death of thousands every year. Pfizer and BioNTech remain deeply committed to making safe and effective vaccines that help protect lives in the US and around the world. The Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine has been reviewed by multiple regulatory authorities, including the FDA, and has met all safety and quality control guidelines. Pfizer's safety systems work in concert with US government safety monitoring. We report information gathered to the appropriate governmental channels and carry out specific scientific studies under the approval of FDA. In addition to routinely reviewing all published scientific literature for safety concerns, we are conducting many studies that use real-world data from millions of people to continue to assess the safety of our COVID-19 vaccines. At Pfizer, we carefully review every adverse event reported to us and ensure they are reported to VERS. VERS is an early warning system, however, it cannot assess causation. As such, FDA and CDC use multiple additional safety systems to understand causation. These were enhanced during the pandemic to include COVID-19 pregnancy registries and vSafe real-time user reporting. Each of these monitoring tools and surveillance systems have their own strengths and weaknesses, but together they build a safety monitoring net that enables identification and investigation of even rare safety signals. Since the COVID-19 vaccine was approved in 2020, assessments conducted along with regulatory bodies across the world show that the benefits of COVID-19 mRNA vaccines continue to outweigh the risks. It's important to consider any potential risk in the context of the demonstrated benefits of vaccination. In the past year alone, COVID-19 vaccines prevented somewhere between 68,000 to 100,000 hospitalizations, averted 13,000 to 18,000 intensive care unit stays, and saved 5 to almost 7,000 lives in the US. In summary, Pfizer and BioNTech remain steadfast in our dedication to vaccine safety, quality, and effectiveness through constant safety monitoring and ongoing research. With 5 billion doses distributed to date globally and continued approval by regulatory agencies in 83 countries, our vaccines are among the most extensively monitored products licensed in the world, helping prevent hospitalizations and saving lives. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. And we will now move on to questions and answers. And as we say that you can ask questions to any of the presenters this morning. And also in the